Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave with Nelson Creek Farm on a beautiful 29th of August 2023. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning out, and today's the day we're going to get some of the old tractors out and put them in the lineup. Unfortunately, I got a little something I got to do first, and that is put more seat time on Stinky running a mower. So I'm going to get that done right first thing this morning, and then we'll get on to moving the old tractors out that we're going to put on the sale. Say, did you know it takes real guts to be an organ donor? Yeah. Well, here's the first thing out on the sale line. It is the old pipe trailer. There's some steel angle iron on the side of it there. We're going to take that off, set it off to the side of it, and that'll be sold separate. So anyway, there's the first thing out here in the area where we're going to sell stuff. Just as soon as I get back from town, the John Deere 50 and the New Holland hay baler are going to get drug out there into the field. But first I need to run into town to the local farm and ranch store and pick up a 2.5 gallon jug or whatever they have of some 90 weight gear oil for Stinky. She's leaking real bad out that rear PTO shaft seal and mowing all that. Well, a little bit ago the transmission started making noises, and so she needs some oil in her. And no, Stinky's not going to be on the auction block. Now we're going to use the Super M to move the hay baler. The problem is the screw jack has got the tongue up too high for the drawbar to fit in between the hitch on the baler. So I'm gonna crank it down so that it'll line up before I can hitch it up. Well, we got it hooked up. Now I still have to raise this jack to get it to come up off the ground so I can tow it. What I'm having to do here is take that combination wrench, stuff it in there like so to twist it, because that thing is so goobered up with grime and grease it doesn't want to turn free. So yeah, we're having to use a cheater bar. This is the first time the Super M's actually been hooked up to this baler. Let's see if it can wrangle it up out of here. That farmhand loader is just definitely still right in the way. Yeah, looky there. Well, that old baler is up behind the tractor. The tires are all up. Yeah. And it still has fairly good looking twine down inside of there. In fact, that's probably a fairly new spool right there. Love this Farm King label on there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd like to have made this old girl work, but in hindsight, I need something newer that I can go to the dealer and get parts for instead of having to mail order them out of China or wherever. So yeah, this thing's going to go away. I hear these V4 Wisconsins are kind of a nightmare too when they're hot. They don't want to start, and of course this one's a magneto ignition system and no starter. So yeah, it's all hand crank right here. That's something I don't think I really want to be doing, is hand cranking that motor, especially if it's hot and it doesn't want to start. Well, now to run this whole menagerie out to the field, dump off that baler, and we'll come back and grab the John Deere 50. I don't know if you guys can see it or not in the size difference, but that Super M is a heck of a lot bigger and taller than that John Deere 50, but the 50 is a lot longer. So it makes for a decent cultivating tractor, I suppose. Now, once again, because I'm the only one doing this, I have to move these machines all by myself. So we're wrapping a chain around each side of the fork, hooking it through the clevis here on the back of the Super M, and putting a couple twists in it after we find the center of it, or near center of it, which is right about where my fingers are here. Yeah, and that will keep it from sliding through here so readily. Put a couple twists in this thing, and that'll make the old girl steer and follow along behind the M. Yeah, so we're ready to go. Okay, the order of the day is to go slow doing this. Yeah, but the 50 should follow along behind the Super M fairly well, pretty much like it's got somebody steering it. Yeah. The next thing for the Super M to move today is my buddy Dale's big old Kilfer disc. It is not on the sale, but I got to move it to get it out of the way so I can get some other stuff. The next item to go up on the sale is a Model 39 tumblebug plow. Yeah, a little bit of fun with that at one of the shows. First time I'd ever seen one of these tumble plows do its thing was this one, and it was behind my H. Well, it's getting late in the day, and I have 3 more tractors to move. Yes, we do. We got to move this little Super AI Industrial. Yeah, it's a Super A Industrial. It does have the shorter grill though, so it's not an A1. This little thing here is about finger wide. If it was 2 fingers tall, or 2.5, before you get to the first slot here for the grill, then that would have the late Super C engine in it with the water pump, and that would be a Super A1. But this is just a Super AI, has the diamond tube front axle and a foot throttle. Anyway, this thing has got to get moved so I can get back into there to get out the 2 John Deeres that are going to be on the auction. Got the chains around the radius rods and the steering arms. Not a good idea to do that, but hopefully that'll make it steer, what with the chain being twisted and hooked to the back end of the Super M. A fellow stopped by the farm today. He was asking for donations for the new city swimming pool. So I thought about it for a minute and handed him a bottle of water. Yeah, yeah. That's going to wrap it up today for day 2 of prepping for the upcoming farm sale. Got a lot of stuff done today, got a lot more to do. So yeah, and we're still meeting with the auctioneer later this week again, so you can get photos of all the stuff that we're going to sell. And I'll try to keep you all in the loop on that. But anyway, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you very much. Thank you to all those that are following along, and wish you'd all subscribe. Doesn't take much, you just click on that big red button down there. And if you want to see what all is going on and what's up for sale, click that bell icon and click the word all that pops up. That way you get notified every time there's a new video out on what I'm doing here. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you well, and you all be careful out there. Bye-bye for now.